Magic?
Just like that, bro. Alright, cool. 9 people watching. Right. Listen, let's get this show going, man. Because you man are jokers, you know. Serious, you man are jokers.
I'm not even respond.
Hey, listen, grown-ups been in the building, make some noise! Come on, let's sit down. Yeah? Hey, Darren, you better clap your hand, bro. Yeah, you're chatting all that stuff before. You better clap your hand.
Yo,
yeah?
stop your eyes, yo.
Which is...
Oh, that's very
Oh, I can't say...
magic.
Alright. Hey, listen. Let's introduce who we got inside today, yeah? We need to get the show going. Let's start acting right and doing it as we do, yeah? So, starting from our right, yeah? Looking kind of lively today, yeah? Mouth's a bit on fire, yeah? Man, you don't get clapped down, yeah?
Hey, fam.
Who we got?
Hey, fam.
No, just introduce yourself, though.
Alright, yeah. It's a lively one today, and it's Mr. D. Yeah. Well done, people. I'm here, man.
Next man.
Yeah, it's me, the Pan-African, aka Dwayne.
Yo, what's going on? It's Rakes. It's good.
And obviously, you got myself, man, like, yeah? You know, you can, yeah. That's gone now. Yeah, obviously myself.
You've got to accept
No, I feel it's gone.
Who's yourself, though? You
No,
said
it's
man
gone.
like myself.
Yeah, man like myself, devil's advocate, yeah. DA in the building, yeah. But listen, we got a good show for you today, and it's something that I've wanted to talk on before. It's something that in past relationships I've had issues with, yeah. So it is money in relationships. Everyone who's tuned in, share the post, give us a thumbs up if you obviously like and kind of enjoy what we do. Get involved on the live calls. I'll put the number out there one more time.
Share it into Facebook.
What's the number? What's the number, Riggs? You know I'm gonna turn to you and ask you what the number is.
I don't know, man.
What?
Come on, let's do this, man.
What do you mean? Alright, the number is 07539 955 253.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number.
Oh, yeah, you remember now. I bet she knows what the number is.
Money in relationships, people.
Money in relationships. Right. Hold on.
Let's go easy.
Yeah, take time, man. Nah, seriously, money in relationships, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys think that, let's just give a scenario to kind of start off. If you move in with a girl, should it just be 50-50? First scenario. In terms of household bills, rent, etc.
I moved in with her.
Yeah, you moved in with a girl. Should it be 50-50?
Yes.
So circumstance behind in terms of what
What, I've
people
just got
do.
there like, what, a week here? Come on, man. What else?
Why do you have to know about the time scale?
No,
You
man,
moved in with someone. You've moved in with a girl. Yeah, I know this is
It's
foreign.
official moved in, yeah?
You've moved in. It's official.
Alright, cool. I'm
You've
moving.
moved in.
I'm moving. I'm
You're
following you.
together.
I'm following you.
Right. Does the circumstance behind it in terms of jobs, position, financial position, debt that they may have brought into a relationship, should these things have a factor on how much they contribute in a relation, in the household, for example?
Debt, it's a bit awkward because, again, that would depend on how long you've been together. But I don't really want to be taking on someone's debt. Bro.
You shouldn't be. Like, that you come in with, that's your own business. But in terms of how you're going forward in terms of finances in the house, yes, as a man, like it's a struggle enough that you're already going into a house, innit? To not be paying half the bills and half the rent or mortgage or whatever, like, nah, you have to go in and you have
So
to
you're
go
saying the debt should be hers, yeah? So alright, you've been together, like,
Yes.
let me finish that. You've been together, I don't know, 5 years, and she's still got some debt. You're not gonna help her clear it.
straight away. I've just moved in. Like, listen,
No, I'm saying, I'm just talking about the debt. This is the debt.
what that she created with her ex? No, fuck that.
No. Listen, I don't want to.
No,
Listen,
no,
I don't
no.
want to go off subject. For
But
one,
what I'm saying-
no, I don't. Listen, I need to be conscious of that.
That debt is from her. From
No,
before
from
me.
when you've moved in with
No, man,
someone,
you're
the debt is from before.
yeah,
me.
it is. But remember, any baggage someone's bringing with them, it's
yours.
It's them, it's part of them.
No,
What's
I'm
gone
down
down?
with the emotional baggage.
So,
but
alright, suppose you're loved up with this woman. You moved in with her. Obviously, you've known her for but you've known her for some time. Right. You two decided you want to get a mortgage. Yeah, it's in your best interest to clear the debt that she has, and it's likewise it's in her best interest. What do you mean no? So that basically means
You can't say what you mean.
so then you're saying. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face, so you're not going to help her with the debt. And
He's
you're
doing it.
just not going to get.
You don't understand it, but he's doing it.
I think he knows he has to.
I'm sorry. You know, I need convincing on this.
No,
one,
but
because-
at the same time, if you're
So you'd rather have no mortgage and just say rent it than help her?
you know, no, listen.
I don't know.
We need to understand, like, where we are where we are in the relationship. Like if
All right, you're at a stage where you're now ready to go and get a mortgage with this person.
so
obviously-
I'm looking forever then. Like I'm saying this is the one. But
I'm not being funny. If you're moving in with someone, ain't that normally
That
the
should be
intention?
the intention. Yeah, that should be the
Exactly.
intention.
Otherwise, you're just passing through.
Exactly. And
And in which
or-
case,
or
and
you
therefore,
get-
there's no need to move in.
Or do you
No,
get in a
exactly.
relationship with a different mindset?
Alright, but here my next thing.
Surely,
Yeah, go on.
surely. Oh yeah. I'm thinking she's already doing the mortgage and I'm coming in. I'm taking half of that away.
Now we're not talking about your own personal scenario. We're talking about a scenario where you're moving in with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, can we just be clear?
Alright,
I had
cool.
no scenario like this.
Alright, cool.
No,
You seem like you was
I had no
related to
scenario.
something.
No,
so-
but what I'm saying is there would be a difference because if you go into a situation where she already pays everything and you go in and you deal with half, technically you're helping and she can use that money.
Helping, you're contributing to the way you
Bro,
live.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm saying is that money that you're now inputting, yeah, she can
now got extra money. Yes,
she
I
can
get
use that for her debt. But for me to now be paying half of whatever you was paying and be trying to sort out your debt, it just seems a bit.
No. I'm not
Bit
saying
crazy.
you should be going in and she ain't contributing to her debt and you're
just clearing
her
it
debt
off
for her.
yourself.
No, of course not.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
saying
like
it's a teamwork effort
Yeah,
in order
exactly.
to clear it, and,
Exactly.
and I get that, and I understand it. It's just a bit hard for me to agree to.
My thing, when it comes to finances in a relationship, I'm of the thought that your money is my money and my money is your money.
Yes,
Yeah?
agreed.
Now, any money comes, huh?
I said no. Everyone said agreed. I'm just saying I disagree.
No, I didn't hear what you sound like.
Yeah.
So, like, any money that comes into the household is going towards the household, is going towards the family, is going towards us progressing. Obviously, I'm gonna have certain money to myself that I'm gonna use to buy clothes or whatever it may be. And likewise, she is.
But
But
ultimately-
that's gonna be known. Everything should be transparent. That's gonna be known. Like, all right, cool. I have my money aside, and she has her money aside. We know what we're doing with it, but we make sure that we have enough to cover the bills, to save, to do whatever we need to do.
I agree with that.
Alright, I think the relationship level is, and I'm sure you might be associating that with yourself and your own personal position.
Yeah,
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it depends on the level of the relationship, because that whole my money is your money business, I totally disagree. And let me tell you why.
What in all cases or just in certain?
I'm not sure. And let me try and explain, and you can kind of put it where it needs to go. My money is my money. Yeah, I go out. No, straight up. I go out. I work hard for my money. That's where I've got myself in life. If we was to ever break up or anything was to ever happen, it's still gonna be my money. So it's mine. Yeah. However, I still think if, for example, you're living with somebody, I think it's got to be relative to what they earn. So let's just say I earn double the amount that my partner earns.
Yeah.
I can't expect to go 50-50. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna cater for her or her lifestyle at detriment of me.
Well, that's a,
Right?
but-
So hold on, let me try and
No,
finish.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that.
So I just think that but you saying like, oh, whatever comes in, no, because
No, it's a
my
compromise.
thing is my
Yeah, but
thing.
it's a compromise in a relationship. You can't be working your socks off, Craig, yeah? And then your missus is going casino on a Friday and just spending off your money. That doesn't work. So there's got to be a compromise. Yes, you're working and you're bringing in more of the money, but she must know along the line, well, he's working hard, I can't abuse the situation that I'm in. And if she is abusing the situation, then clearly there's something wrong dynamically in that relationship.
But bro, just for the mere fact.
Alright, yeah, go on.
Just for the mere fact that you're saying if you earn double what she earns, you're gonna have to put more money into the household, the bills, whatever. That means what you're saying isn't necessarily true, because you're gonna have to put more money in. So therefore, your money
Yeah.
isn't necessarily just yours.
Yeah,
You know
all
what I
right,
mean?
cool. But in terms of, but that's my thing. That's my compromise. I think, or the way I took in what you said is
Yeah.
that, oh, cool. Like whatever comes in is just ours. Like for example, I'm against if we're both working two jobs. You have your bank account. I'll have my bank account. We can have something together, but you have
Yeah,
your
you gotta have
separate thing.
separate, yeah.
But the way in which it sounded to me, I might have taken it on wrong. Was like, all right, cool. Like we just got a pot of money, and that's.
Yeah, but it's
that's
obviously
just
everyone's got
it's
their
a
own.
pot.
For me,
Yeah,
everyone's got their own
everything
separate
goes in.
account. But I would expect you to then have a joint account where
Most definitely.
things join together and there are savings and where you're both working towards something.
Yeah, 100. And listen, I don't want to get it wrong. Like I must sound like some selfish bastard, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, cool. But it's not like that.
You sure?
Like I said, but like I said, I take into account her situation, or it could be my situation, whichever way it kind of runs. If I was earning less than her, then I want it to be relative. Let's just kind of both have the same disposable income. We can't. It can't be a thing of, well, I earn more, so you know what, cool, you just pay the bills, and you know the girl, for example, just, all right, cool, my contribution is, you know, legs open at night or something like that. Like I'm not with them sort of things.
I agree.
Just to kind of get my stance right.
I agree with that. I think male or female, no one should be going in and not paying their way. Like it's.
Let me read out a few comments from the stream. Big up Property. Sorry, we obviously start the stream and sometimes everyone's not kind of here. So yeah, the subject is money in relationships. I think I'll just put that in anyway. Right, Emma has said, if you're contributing to bills, she should now be able to clear her own debts. That is not your responsibility.
I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and I think that was, she was living
We're
in the same
not
scenario.
saying it's our responsibility.
Yeah,
We're just saying that if you're in a position to help, you should help.
Yeah, because it's beneficial to both of you.
Yeah,
like I'm saying,
and that's the bit
I
was struggling to.
I agree, and I don't. Your fuck ups is your fuck ups, but at the end of the day, like I said, if it's going to benefit us, then yeah, maybe you've got to kind of take it on board.
Now for me, when
That's
I
a
moved
hard
in,
pill to swallow for me, though.
when I moved in with C, like she was in rent race.
What? Hold on a minute. Are you going to put out your wife's business like that, man? Jesus Christ.
So it's life, bruv.
So big up, C.
So I help. So where I earn a bit more money, you just contribute towards it. Do you know what I mean? You just help out. It weren't drastic amounts, but where I could, I would help out.
And then you know what? That's fair enough. You should have stood it out of the wife's business.
It's life.
yeah,
She's good now.
My thing is, everybody falls upon hard times somewhere in life, innit? And I think that's what it's about. It's about being a partnership. It's about being a team. And I don't think you can really be a team if you're saying, all right, well, my money's here and your money's here, and let's just kind of work it that way. For me, it can't work that way. If you're gonna have ambitions as a team, and if you want to progress, then you've got to come together and say, all right, cool. Together, we bring in this. Like, let's make sure all of everything that we need to get sorted out is sorted out. And then after that's sorted out, then yeah, we can enjoy what money we've got left. You can enjoy yours and I can enjoy
Like in my
100%. Listen, I'm not going against that. I definitely agree with that. I think what it is that I think people should have a commitment to each other. It's like, all right, cool, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're focusing towards. Yeah. Like I said, if the goal is 100 grand, I don't care if I put 90 in. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. But my thing is that if I'm putting the 90 in, let's say for example, you're only putting the 10, then there has to be, not trying to say otherwise you can make up for what you can't put in, but
effectively
you have to do that.
You do that.
That's what I mean.
But that's right. That's part of a relationship. It's a business, isn't it? So where your strengths are is where you should be working in, and where her strengths are is where she should be working. Exactly. Like in my house, I manage the finance. So if we're gonna plan a holiday, it'll be me managing that. Yeah. Anything to do with money, even if she wants to borrow people money, she said to me, "Oh, D, can I borrow this person money? Is it gonna affect us?" And I'll let you know if we can do that or not.
That's fair. And you know what? That's a good system. It's good teamwork. You know what I'm saying? That's good teamwork. But I still think. And obviously, I know you're in it, so it's relative to what you guys do.
But even before that, though,
I would be interested to hear the dynamic how it was before that. But for what you do, I get you. Let me just read out a couple comments. Property said you need some girls. Yeah, we need some girls on the show, and I think she's actually saying that for a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right, and you know what? There will be times when you will see a female on the show. We have to do it when it's right. Maybe this subject could have warranted.
However,
yeah, and the same thing is we have the live call-in.
Exactly.
So all you
call
girls,
in. If you've got a point to make, call in.
Let me put the number in there. So you have to talk while I try and remember the number.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. I think I see a lot of couples that allow money to come in between them, and I think that is such I don't think money. You should allow money to come between you.
It always will, Darren. Money is a massive contributing factor to life.
Okay, but why would it always? Why?
So when you're doing it, for example, if you haven't got any money, it's going to cause a strain on your relationship because it's something else that you have to worry about inside that relationship.
Yeah, but for me, alright, I understand that. But for me, it depends on that person's ambitions and that person's goal and that person's drive. Do you know what I mean? If I haven't got any money and I'm just sitting down and I'm just cotching and she's going out to work and she's earning money, yeah, then for me, I don't see that as necessarily the money coming in between you. I see that as you guys are not on the same page and you see things differently.
All right, let me put it this way: how you will see money affects you. You're both working, yeah, but you just got enough to get by. It's gonna have an effect on your relationship because you won't be able to do what you want to do.
But it depends. It depends on your outlook on things. You know what I mean? It depends on your outlook on things. For instance, like for me, obviously, like everybody always wants more money. Yeah. And yeah, you kind of take the peaks and the troughs. Like there's times when we don't have money and you just have to ride through it. But as long as everybody is working towards getting out of that position and bettering yourselves, then I'm cool with that. And likewise, my missus is cool with that also
But
as well.
it's easy to sit here and say that to you.
No, but it depends. No, it depends on how you both see things. Do you know what I mean? Like for instance, I've having a discussion with this girl at work today, and she was saying, like she's talking about her and her partner, and she's very money orientated because she's saying that, I'm not gonna get anywhere in life if I'm not earning a certain amount of rare. And I'm saying, like, so what are you saying? It's all about money for you? And she's like, yeah, it's all about
A
money.
lot of women are like that.
Yeah.
Though.
I think money
what I'm
ranks
saying-
up higher on the scale than people. A lot of people will admit to.
For women especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people mistake it for money than it being actually
Money equals success to a lot of
outlook,
people.
your outlook on things. Like for instance, if your partner has the required amount of drive for you, if the partner has the required amount of ambition for you, people might see it as, oh well, he's not earning enough money, we're struggling, so blah blah blah.
Yeah, but a lot of people do look at
really,
that and think, well, you know what, if you can't earn enough money for yourself at this age, let's just say, for example, you're 25, 30, then...
But you see, I wouldn't see that as
You know what I'm saying?
that's a money argument. That's not a money argument for me. Like, the argument there is that person doesn't have enough ambition. And that's where the
He might be in
but
the
it's
process of
manifested
getting where he
itself
wants to
or
get.
shown itself
Through
through
money.
money. You know what I'm saying? It's shown itself through money.
The arguments and breakdowns that happen in relationships, a lot of the time, although money is at the forefront, that's kind of what gets used as what the issue is. But usually it is down to probably like a lack of drive in certain things, a change of priority. You know, like you're saying, like the teamwork comes together and the team comes together and says, this is what we want to do with money. This is our goal. But over time, that might change. So yeah, you thought, yeah, you know what, we're gonna clear that debt. After a couple of years, that debt still ain't gone, and you're like, well, boy, you know what, I kind of want to go on holiday, or I want a new car, but your partner's not really saying the same thing. So it's not necessarily that the money is the problem. It's the change of priority.
And that's what I'm saying. For me, I don't think it's necessarily always the money. Do you know what I mean?
But money is what
gets seen as being the issue at the end of the day.
Yeah, but this is what this is perspective is a lot of it, because, for example, we look at a lot of people and we think, oh, you know what, cool. The house that they own, or if they own a home, the car that they drive, that's what we visually look at as success.
And I
That's what I mean.
yeah.
And in
Wrong,
relation, and it's wrong, or it's maybe not totally right. I don't want to say it's wrong. It's not totally
We shouldn't
right.
judge people by success, by vehicles that they drive. That's bullshit.
It's not, but homes that they own, but we would though. And you would happily say, well, I own 5 homes. You'd be like, yeah, bro, well done. So come on, yeah, both sides. Yeah, we're gonna agree to that. Or what?
I don't know.
Don't let me lose my point. Yeah, because you man are just throwing me off. Right, where was that?
Come back.
Let me come back. So my thing would be, women in relationships would look at finance, that a man is kind of do what he's doing for himself as a status of how he looks after, like how he kind of maintains himself. You can't look after yourself, for example. How are you going to look after a woman? I'm not saying that it's a man's duty to look after a woman.
But that's ultimately that's what women want.
Be able to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Let me just read Emma's comment quickly. Agree with Darren. I would find it difficult to be a main provider and my partner has no ambition to want to be able to contribute more. Did you make that point?
He did.
Agree with Darren.
I don't think anyone disagreed with you.
I agree with Darren. Alright, no,
And that's not really
sometimes
about
I look
money.
at these things and I'm like, I want to disagree. Nah, serious. I'm certain time I'm still on trouble.
Let me ask you a question. So Darren, you're on this the whole what's yours is mine. You know,
Share.
yeah. Right. So let's say you're not good with money. Are you happy for your missus to control what's going down?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I think a lot of men would have issues with that.
I would struggle with that.
I
don't think it couldn't happen. Not with my wife that I could. We're at that level now, but I would struggle with that because of how much about self I always was. Do you know what I'm saying? Before I kind of stepped into the marriage union, I would struggle.
Surely, yeah, you should understand your weaknesses as a person. And if you know that you are not good with managing money, and every month you're getting to the end of the month and you ain't got no damn money, and you know your partner's better at doing it, then surely let her manage it.
Yeah.
But I'm a
That's
proud
that's a
man.
pride thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a proud man. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm not trying to say that you guys are bitches, like, because you guys would let that. No, I'm not saying that you are bitches because you would let that kind of happen. But I'm a proud man, and I'm like, I will figure something out. I'll figure
But how?
some way.
What are you going to do?
but-
You
but-
are
but-
poor and man money.
But surely your masculinity is not affected by the fact that you're bringing in the money. Like you bringing in the money and her managing it. That shouldn't really take.
Exactly.
That's a good
affect
point.
you.
That's a good
And
point.
that's exactly
Whereas if I wasn't making it, that would affect me a lot more.
You got people that.
Yeah, you know what? I actually agree.
You got
with
people in
Rachel.
relationships
I
here
can-
that
I can get with that.
they earn a reasonable amount of money, yeah, and they just blow it every single month without having nothing to show for it, yeah, and then they have arguments with the missus about, well, you're not doing this and you're not doing that, simply because they don't know how to manage their money. For me, you've got to say, look, I need help.
All right, let me just ask everyone out there, anyone who's watching as well, yeah. In terms of importance, love, sex, and money. And I had a wicked picture. I didn't post it this week. Yeah.
Ooh.
Love, sex, and money. In what order in a relationship do they come in?
For me,
Yeah. I'll ask you guys. Might start it off, innit?
love.
So you're confused between sex and money.
Yeah, I'm stuck here, boy.
Yeah. I think I'd go love, sex, money.
That's what I want to go there, yeah, but
I think I'll go.
I-
So love, sex, money.
Yeah.
I would like to go there, but then I start thinking about what if, like, I didn't have the goddamn money, like, where would I be at?
What you saying, Rakes?
Where money is low
It's nuts.
and good sex is there.
I like the way
We can still smile, innit?
I like the way
We're struggling, but we're struggling together.
No, I'm with you. The love sex, man. I like that.
Money's got to come last.
So where do you
What's
put?
you? What's yours?
Sex is last in terms of the importance.
Alright.
Yeah.
So okay, come on, head up.
Because I think we can fix bad sex more than we can fix our bank accounts. I think that's an easier fix for me.
Alright, so
Can we just say the rest of it?
in terms of
So you said sex is love. You haven't.
Oh, sorry, love. I thought that was a given. You know, money, love. I thought that was a given. Love,
money.
sex.
money, sex.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would like to hear
of
from women.
importance.
I would
Of
like to hear
importance.
some-
Let's not just
Yeah,
say that
importance.
sex ain't important, but
in order of
yeah.
importance.
I think that's right. I think that everyone should agree with me on that.
That's not said everyone should agree with
No, I'm
you.
not influencing no one, but that's how it should.
That's what I was
definitely come
interested.
through.
See you lot, obviously all of you in relationships and so on. How quickly do you do a joint account?
Time for me.
Yeah.
Time for me.
I can't remember, but it definitely
It
wasn't
was
straight
straight away,
I
mate.
can't-
It took
yeah.
a lot of time.
It definitely went straight away.
You know what? We have money that we share openly, but we don't actually have a joint account.
Why not?
And
When you say
you know what the joke is.
I think that was a standard.
And,
Yeah,
and
don't
God,
say that.
listen, God be my witness.
Yeah.
I said to her, like, we're going weekend to go and open a joint account.
So where's
We'll
that?
talk
Right.
about
So
before
out
we
of
do this.
curiosity, or maybe no, you know, let me just say that.
No, go on. I'll tell you to come out of my business if I don't want to answer.
So where do you come together and join and save? Where does that happen?
I've just got an account that she's got access to.
To your stuff. So why does that have to be in
It
your?
doesn't have to be in my name. Like it could be in her name.
So
mine
really-
if I'm honest with you, mine just happened to be there.
It's kind of
It
like a
was there
joint account.
beforehand.
It's just your name on it, pretty much.
All right. So prior to now, because obviously you're now at a stage where you feel comfortable in having a joint account.
Yeah.
Prior to now, what was the if you're being honest with yourself, what was the sole reason as to you not wanting to have a joint account, or was it just simply a matter of we just didn't talk about it, it just didn't happen?
I never used to really be too much into them, and because of how my situation is set up, I would normally kind of take care of most of the stuff anyway. So it was just on me, and I just rolled with it like that. Like, am I wrong for that?
I wouldn't say
I
it's
wouldn't say it's wrong.
Whatever works for your circumstance works for your
Yeah, I'm
circumstance.
about to say every relationship is different.
But for me, I just feel like D said, in order for you lot to plan, or not even you lot, but people to plan, if you're in a relationship, in a serious, committed relationship, in order for you to plan, save, it just makes sense to have a central account where both people have access and both people can say, all right, look, we can see what's going on, blah, 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 and progress that way.
But my thing is this: whilst that's cool and fine, what's the difference? I'm not a thief. You know what I'm saying? So we say what we want to see. What's
Okay, can you just go
Well,
and
she can.
Yeah. And
For
that's
example, she knows all my PIN numbers. I can give her the card. She could go and
You can, well, okay, so you're at work,
So then-
can't you just go and she got her own stuff to go to it?
what into a savings account?
Yeah.
Not really. Not really.
Alright,
Like,
so-
if she said she needed something or she wanted something, like we could just do that, innit? You know, I had internet back
Okay,
then.
cool.
It could be done in a second.
But like for me, my thing is then, like you just said, what's the difference? Like my questions back to you would be, flip that. What is the difference? If she's got access to your accounts, what's the difference in having a joint account?
And that's my thing. You're 100% right. But like I said before, we're going to do it because it's right. There is no real difference. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we've got will be put in. And it's more of a thing where sometimes I look at it and I don't see the point. But maybe that's because I'm the one with the access. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And whilst I know that she's not a thief either, it doesn't really make no difference. So yeah, this is me kind of coming to the stage where it's like, you know what, it should have been done a long time ago, and it was on me.
Yeah.
Why it hasn't been done?
And like you say, it didn't really affect you because you had the
Because I had the access, yeah.
But
that's
she
the
made
thing.
it felt a different way.
That's the thing. Coming, and not
Oh,
even-
hold on, I got a comment coming through.
Got you.
Love, money, sex. Yeah, that's from us.
That's a female, yeah?
Yeah, no,
I
yeah.
was interested here.
Okay, she said it's easier to teach someone to be better with sex than how to earn more money.
To earn
Exactly.
more money, but you
Exactly
can
what I said.
But you can surely you can teach someone how to be better with money.
But we're not talking about how much you earn though.
Yeah.
We're talking about being able to manage that money.
Yeah.
I could earn,
You know,
I could earn five.
I think it might be, you know, if I'm honest with you, sometimes money handling it is
It's hard.
It's like an illness, you know, bro.
Money handling
I'm telling
is
you.
hard.
I'm telling you.
I think it's easier to teach someone how to earn more money than it is to manage money.
Listen.
Trust me.
Managing is
I'll
hard.
be
It's
real.
hard thing.
I'll be real. Me and my missus have had some real humdingers when it comes to like, humdingers. Like, when it comes
that word.
to my management of money. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not even saying that I'm frivolous with money. I'm just going to spend money willy nilly.
But out of the two, is that you though?
There's out of the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about. Yeah, just about.
No, from what you said, yeah. that's
You
it.
know, you don't want to own it, innit?
But you don't want to seem reckless, but out the two,
I'm
you
not-
have to say you're the
No,
one.
I'm
You don't see reckless here.
I'm not
You're
reckless.
not going home and say,
You're
well,
just
you
the
know
worst
what,
out
I
of the
didn't
two.
lie, innit?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm not reckless with money. I
Yeah.
don't like just go out and smash cash like and don't think about it. But what she will bring to the table more than I will is like organisation, like saving. Like she's got this thing like where if she gets a £5 note, it goes in a tin.
Yes, hey. I do that.
Regardless of what's going on, regardless of how much money she got in her pocket. If she gets a £5 note, it goes in a tin.
I started doing that with the new fivers, yeah. And then
Yeah.
like when she's got like five, I try to take it. She's like, no. I'm like, let me put it in there. We can draw money out. I mean, I don't mind. Let me just take that new fiver and put it down.
Like I will start that and I'll get a £5 note at work, lunch break. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna go and take out the more
I'll take out money.
Like, do you know what I mean?
I'll take out
She's
extra money.
regimented
Let
with
me
it.
read
I
out a few
like
comments.
that.
Let me read out a
Makes
few comments
sense.
that's kind of coming through. Right, got a man like JW. What is that? Williams J. Silver, yeah. Money must be shared and balanced, yeah. This is a guy, by the way, yeah. He said, handle your business. There's no I in team. Working together in terms of working together and building the empire.
Man,
Yes, I agree. I agree.
You know what it is?
No,
Is
that-
I agree.
How can you not?
That's what I'm saying. I can't disagree. No, but I agree. But I still think, even within a relationship, there's still got to be individuality. There's still got to be no watchy business. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's almost like, let's just say, for example, we've got all our money in one pot, but like, for example, my missus probably goes, well, maybe not these days, I'm not getting out there. But no, not than shopping. I probably do more shopping than her, but she goes out more than me, for example. So does it get to a stage where it's like, all right, cool, there's money in the pot in it, but
Oh, you're getting more.
you're getting more
than me.
out of that money?
No, you shouldn't
understand
be
what I mean?
thinking
Like,
like that. Like I said,
or is that a selfish
No,
mind?
it's not a selfish
I
thing.
think it's selfish.
No, I don't think it is, depending on how it is. Because for me, if it's just a mind like a small, just actually just going a bit more than you think it's mine. But if she's abusing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, no, come
if she's
on.
abusing
Within
it, then
reason,
you know what I mean? It's got to be within reason. She needs
Yeah.
to understand, or he needs to understand that this is our money. You can't just take the piss with it, innit?
All
Like,
right,
I don't want to be.
You can't be putting.
man.
Sorry, fam. You can't be putting all this money in, and she's spending like $5 bills a month.
Bro, that's
and
what I was
you're
about to say.
spending
I don't want to be
$2
putting money in a pot now, yeah? And then next week I hear, yeah, I'm going on holiday with the money that we've been saving. That will piss me off. That will piss me off, bro. Just what I mean. Like,
So, alright, but then say she comes here, and I'm just giving devil's advocate scenario. But it's my money too. I can make this decision.
no, because no. It's our.
I said, no.
Listen,
Listen,
it's our money. It's a decision that we make. It's not a decision that you make by yourself. Yeah. If I was on holiday, I'll say, listen.
Yeah, and
I am going to go on holiday. This is what I want to. And I will talk about.
once again, that's not a money issue in a relationship. That's just communication.
It's a
Like,
respect and
yeah,
communication.
because
Exactly.
who are you talking to about your woman? How we doing that and you're just doing?
Yeah.
But that's not a money thing. Like if she can talk to you like that,
And it's all
then
about-
that's a whole different.
It's all about mentality as well, because some people can handle they can handle being managed with money, and some people just cannot. Like for me, like I think a lot of people would struggle with the way that sometimes I have to manage. Like 2 years ago, I went through some serious debt problems, and I micromanaged. Yeah, I'm talking down to the penny. Like it's a joke, man. Like I got right.
You better finish that, Jim.
Even right now, bro, yeah, I've got a spreadsheet, and I work with my spreadsheet. Bro.
Right, look at the pride.
I work,
Gonna love
my
this
spreadsheet. Listen, my spreadsheet has absolutely all of my income in it, and everything. And anything changes, a red mark will come up as to where it's out of place. Does that mean?
Everyone should
That's
jump
too
on
deep
the
for you.
spreadsheet.
That's
Should
too deep.
jump on the spreadsheet.
See what,
That's too deep.
I absolutely rate that because I can't go that deep. I can't go that I can't be so stringent. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it's a good thing because you know exactly what's coming in and what's going out.
That's fantastic.
But for me,
in theory, that's fantastic.
for me,
in theory, don't red flag my spending, bro. No, I'm not having that. Man said he's got a sign in the spreadsheet goes red. Fuck that. Let's just talk and work it out properly, innit? Red flag, you know.
yeah, it's mad.
In any relationship that I'd go into, more than likely, I'd really need the woman to
Take control.
to be good with the money. Like I think there's a difference. I can be tight. I can say, no, listen, we don't need to spend that money on that. It's still working, kind of thing. I'm that kind of guy. But at the same time,
You saying a tight ass, eh?
I'm not tight. And this is, why buy the new one there? But it ain't broke.
So why do you need help with the management?
But I generally think I'd hope that anyone that I'd start such a relationship with, they would be better than me, because I don't.
But you sound like you're okay.
I wouldn't class myself as wonderful. I think my money management could be better, and ideally I wouldn't. My pride wouldn't be hurt by someone coming in who is better than I am.
Okay.
Like I said before, my only problem would be me not making money. My problem isn't how the money gets managed. My problem is me making it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I think,
Alright, let me read out some things. Did I cut you?
yeah.
Alright, cool.
You did.
I'm okay with it. I'm just saying, I'm okay with it. I know man's gonna get me back here. Cuss me in here, I don't care, whatever.
Boomerang.
Right. Carmel has said Dwayne is a joker. I think that's to the spreadsheet. I hope it's to the spreadsheet. To me, whilst in theory, probably 70% of that I think, you know what, that's dope. But I think that the other 30% that I don't agree with, that could just cause some mad.
Yeah, but what do you agree with though?
Huh?
What don't you?
Red flag.
What is it? Don't red flag.
Why?
Nah, man.
Because let's be real.
No, but it's almost like, you know what, cool.
Let's be real.
You got £20, go out, buy a pair of trainers.
No, right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what? Them trainers are $23.99, you know. Man's feeling a bit daring.
But Craig,
Red flag, can't buy the
This is what I'm
trainers.
saying though. This is what I'm saying.
Nah, man.
Like really and truly, yeah, it is for the betterment, innit? It's for your betterment, innit? If
You saying man's got to miss out on the
if you're
trainers?
striving, if you're
No,
striving,
that's it. I wouldn't do that. As I'm saying, it's not like you get the miss out. Say, look, woman, you didn't go with £50, yeah, and I've marked down £50 for, I don't know, for shopping, yeah. Obviously not £50, but I marked down £50 for shopping. I've gone out and spent 70. When I put it in the spreadsheet, it red flags it in it, so it shows where I've gone above my budget. Yeah,
It's more of an indication.
yes, an indicator. But it's not. I don't. micromanage at all times, and it's when situations where I feel I need to, like I said, I went through a hard shit with my debt. It was serious.
Nah,
yeah?
and that's what I'm
had
saying.
to micromanage.
And while I'm obviously I'm mocking and stuff like that, I respect it to that level, but it's when you obviously you're saying to the penny. I'm sure that was in relation to the debt, but like I said, it's like cool. If the budget is £50 and I see something for £58.99, know that I'm getting that, and I'm not compromising on them and then 2 packet of eggs in the basket to take it from somewhere else. Stick your red flag and put it somewhere else. Like
yeah, but then you cut off your nose to spite your face.
So you're saying that I should jeopardize for the £8.99?
If you are striving for something, yeah, and you know you need to cut back and you need to make cuts, then yes.
For me,
it's £8.99.
For me,
£8.99 is going towards your goal, your end target.
For me, what
I just want to have no dinner.
what it is, right, I'm about to say that. So for me, what it is, yeah, I know that what's left at the end of the month, and I know how much money I'll have left over. Yeah, so I know me spending an extra £100 isn't going to break me. Yeah, so I can spend it, red flag it. I know that I can either be cool when it's get to the end of the month and be £100 down, or I can make it up somewhere along the line. Do you know what I mean? I will manage money somewhere else.
Okay, cool.
And cut it back up to balance it out.
It's more monitoring.
You call it what you like.
It's more of a monitoring
Yeah, it's a
system.
monitoring system, yeah.
Rather than
Yeah.
alright, cool. You can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you can't do it like I said, unless
You've been in a position where you've had to say,
that's what I'm saying.
You've had to
There are
micromanage.
positions where you have, well, like I said, when I went that position when I was down and out, you can't buy them trainers. You just have to forget about it.
Yeah, and obviously, that example wouldn't come into play.
But generally, it's just a monitoring system.
Okay, but in that circumstance though, because this is what I'm saying, a lot of people, and most, me included, yeah, a lot of people will be like, "Fuck it, I'm not restricting myself," but that's being short-sighted and it's cutting off your nose to spite your face, and that's talking from a man who would be. I would do exactly the same.
And that's what my wife does. She said, "Oh, don't worry, we always get through it." That's her solution to everything.
You know what?
We'll always get
And
through
you know
it.
what? But she's
Sometimes
right.
I roll with it. Sometimes I roll
she's
with
right,
it,
though.
and we get through. But I don't like to roll with that too often. Do you know what I mean? I like I like it to be structured.
I hear that. Let me read out some comments. Right. JW said, "Whoever abuses the money must leave the relationship as they're not being considerate or thinking about their
Yeah,
partner." 100% agree. And this is why I'm saying that while we're talking about money in relationships, the management of those things will bring out other things. Do you understand what I mean? Because if you're abusing the money, then you're abusing your respect, and then you're abusing the love. You know what I'm saying? And then it starts bringing like the trust, and all of them other things start coming to light.
And you just your outlook on things you guys are on totally different pages if that's the case.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that for me.
Right. Sizer has said, if your partner is not being considerate and respecting the earnings, then you need to check your relationship as to why you're focused and she ain't. Yeah? Real talk. Natalie St. Hill has said, "That's right, Dwayne, do your bookkeeping." Laugh out loud. Big up Natalie as well. That's my cousin, yeah. It's her birthday as well, man. Can everyone say
Happy birthday, Natalie, man.
Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, your part of this.
Hey, listen. Hey, see, that's it. I told you,
I feel your pain.
Let me carry on reading the comments. Don't cut me. Right, JW said, "That's right, Pari. That's the sizer." And JW also said, "Man ain't red flagging when man's looking nookie though. Wifey can spend what she wants." Laugh out loud.
Oh, try JW.
Can that influence your red flag system?
What?
No. Bit of sex.
No.
No, man.
So
If I listen, priorities. If I've got to cut it back, we've got to cut it back. You can't.
you're covering everything, sex, everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
There was a clear line.
What are you talking about, man?
No, I'm saying. I'm saying that. Let's just say like, she's like, "Oh, come on, Dwayne, I want to buy them shoes. Like, come on, like, undo your red flag. Let me spend the money. I'll give you some."
No.
So you just rejected
That
it?
would piss me off.
You're an old man.
No, if you try to pull that off, that would piss me off.
I'm with Lee.
See,
If you're gonna check the bank account, think, well, you know what? We can go with that big shopping there, you know, like.
we're not. It's not. You can't be trading. Like, no, I'm not having it. That would piss me off, man.
It's real.
That would piss me off.
It's real.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been in a relationship where money has had an effect on the relationship in any way?
I think early doors. I think it did because she just spent furiously, like just constantly on nothings. Like,
But you obviously weren't doing the red flag system at that point.
No, I
hope
wasn't.
not.
No, I wasn't.
If she ever stuck with you and you started off with a red flag system,
I didn't.
I would
No.
obviously, I would literally call up to me and cuss her out because don't bring no red flag system to me quick. You have to literally, you would have to put in.
No, but over the years, I've taught her how to manage her money.
Okay.
Like, she just, like before, she's not superb now, but she's much better. Yeah, so for me, she will tell you that. For me, like, when I met her, she was just reckless with money. Every month will come, and she'd have to borrow before the end comes. You shouldn't be living life where you have to borrow every single month. Don't get me wrong, there are times where you have to. But every month, you shouldn't be getting to the month and you've got to borrow.
Yeah.
That's
right.
and that's how she was living. So she has to manage her money better, and she's obviously learned to do that.
I've definitely been in a situation where, you know, the stresses of not having enough money, or, you know, like you've got enough money to do everything that you have to do, but you don't have that luxury money, you know, that where you really want to go and do that, and bang, you can do it easily. And that has caused, you know, personally, I've had stresses where that has just caused arguments, and it's like, not to say that it broke the relationship, but it definitely made things harder. And she kept going with the thing that
other stuff.
kept going with the thing that, yeah, you know, same kind of thing. Generally, it's gonna be all right, you know. It's not great right now, but it's gonna improve. But you know, when and it's one of those things, you know, when everything is bad, you start nitpicking. Everything starts to get pulled up, and money will always be one of those factors. If it's not perfect, it will always be one of those.
It's like you pull a string and it just undoes everything else at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think for me, I've in the relationship I'm in now, like I've had circumstances where money has been brought up, but like I said, it was part money and part like looking at where we're going together. Exactly. And also communication is a thing, because like I said before, two people can be in two different corners, and if you're not communicating, you're thinking one thing about the other person is thinking one thing about another person. And for me, we had to communicate about money and say, do you know what? All right, this is where I am, and this is where I. And even to this day, my missus will more than likely say, oh, you know what? He doesn't communicate as much as I would like in regards to money, but
You can relate.
but of course, but communication.
Communication for me, yes.
Communication for me is key, because all right, I could be busting my balls at work trying to get a promotion and but I'm not communicating that, and she's thinking I'm just happy to go to work, comfortable, convenient in my job, and not wanting to progress.
I'm going to tell you guys.
You should be communicating that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So communication is key. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to keep it real about previous relationship that I was in, and I used to lie. Not just about everything. Not about everything. Not about everything. Not about everything. Hey, let me finish my story, man. Yeah. But it used to get to the point where, like I said, sometimes a white lie for the greater good, I don't think is so bad. Yeah.
It's a snowball.
I'm with you.
Like, now, hear what I'm saying. So I used to lie and say that I didn't have certain money, because basically when we got into the relationship, I would always be the one taking out, paying for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying, we do all of that. Then it got to a situation where that weren't working no more. Yeah, all that done is make noise. You know what I'm saying? There was no money. Yeah,
Listen, the dry one, no cream.
you know what I'm saying? That just made noise now. Yeah, so it got to the point where I was like, all right, cool. Now there is a little bit of money coming in. I used to try and manage her expectations by not letting her know my true level of money. Do you understand what I mean? So in terms of if we was going out, the expectation wouldn't be, oh, it's going to be that and that. It would be easier to kind of manage in that respect. Obviously, that shows that there was problems in the relationship, because like you just said about communication, that was a thing that I didn't feel that I could communicate, but it came down to my pride as well. Yeah. Because certain times I didn't want to be real about how down I was. You know what I'm saying? I was playing face, when really and truly, if that's your partner, you shouldn't have to play your face. Like, just
I was going to say that, because for me, obviously as a man, we are very proud, and obviously we want to be able to provide and whatnot and rah. But there are certain times where the purse strings have to get tightened, and that's for the betterment of the relationship. That's for the betterment of your goals and your aspirations and your vision as a couple. Do you know what I mean? You can't always be flossing unless you've got it to be flossing. And then sometimes you're just not going to have it to floss. And sometimes you have to come together and say, all right, re-strategize. Let's see where we need to tie it in. Let's see where we can continue spending, and do that for 3 to 6 months. See where we are at.
I don't think that's a situation anyone of our age should be getting caught up in anymore. I think like when that was happening with you was a lot younger. You probably your money management weren't where it was, your maturity weren't where it was. At this age, really, with the priorities that everyone has, you shouldn't be getting caught up with that kind of mentality about flossing or like fronting about your money, like, you know.
Yeah, I was.
Let's not get it twisted though.
And,
I know people that still do that.
I think it's naive to say you shouldn't be there because there are
It's not naive to think you shouldn't be.
You're saying this?
It's naive to
people that do it.
Yeah, it would be naive for me to think that.
I know people that do that.
But without that, there's no way you can say it should.
Let me bring another question to the table. If you're with your partner and you guys have to come out, you're like, I consider us all, no disrespect, bar one. No, it's cool. I consider us all in like marriage situations, yeah? So apart from taking yourself out of that zone for a minute, do you think that people should borrow money within relationships?
Within relationships?
Yeah. So like
What stage are we?
you borrowing money to your partner.
At what stage?
Let's just say you're at the stage where you've kind of made it clear that you're intending to make her your wife one day. It's true love.
No,
I would still give you money. I'm not going to say here, borrow £20.
No, I don't think you should be borrowing money within the relationship. Do you know why? Because like I said, our money is our money, innit? If you need money,
Are you talking married? Are you talking what stage are you talking at? Because keep with me.
All right, cool. So what stage are you?
That's what I was trying to establish.
All right, let's just say, for example, you're deeply in love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're in love. Let's say you're not living together. Let's do different scenario. You're not living together.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, what?
We're not on the stage.
Yeah,
if I'm not living with you, we're not at that stage. So therefore, I can borrow you money.
Yeah, straight.
Really?
Yes.
So
if we're not living together,
we're not there, innit? We're not serious, bro.
We're not serious.
Whoa! That's a different argument for maybe a different thing.
Let me explain what he's trying to say.
You're not living with someone, you're not in a serious
Let me explain what he's trying to say. Obviously, in early stages, you're not going to be living with someone. Yeah. But if you're saying you're deeply in love, you shouldn't really still be at separate places. Like my mum's friends, for example. Sorry, shout out.
Well, you just exposed everybody.
Technically,
I just have my mum's friends.
How many friends?
I've got many friends. We don't know friends. I'm not saying no name. But they don't ram to live separate. They don't ram to live separate to their partners. Now, and I'm talking about for years upon ends. For me, that's just not a relationship.
That's nuts, though.
No, that's not. But listen,
suppose that is what works for the relationship.
No, one second. If you
I can't say too much because it starts identifying people. But
one second, if you're not living together, then you don't know everything about that person. Like it's once you get into like a close confined spaces with a person and you're living in that person's space 24/7. That's when you truly know
100%.
100%. So you're saying it's not 100%. You're basically saying it's not.
You're not at that stage yet. You might be serious to start with, but you're not at the stage yet.
So basically,
it's not serious for me.
Alright,
so my opinion, it's not serious.
So for example, basically what you're saying, I have to try and put words into your mouth in some respect.
Darren, yeah.
You can ask me. You can ask me. Yeah.
So if two people are living apart, then they're not in a position to declare their love or intention to get married. Like one can't propose to the other because as far as you're concerned, they're not even
in a serious relationship.
People do that, but I'm not now.
Let me respond. Anybody can propose to anybody at any stage. Yeah, people meet people and after 2 weeks, a month, they propose.
That's just not for me.
I do not agree with that. I don't see how you can do that. So I wouldn't go as far as to say, well, they can't propose to each other. But for me, if you're not living with somebody, I can't see how you are in a serious relationship. I can't.
Like I said, in the early stage, I think that has been a bit too.
It's a bit
It's too big too rigid. But for me, I think obviously in the early doors, you're not going to live with. I'm not going to meet you and live with you. So we've got to build up to that living stage.
Right.
Yeah. So whilst we're building up to that living stage, that is where we are seeing each other, we're feeling each other out. When we then decide, you know what, this is serious. At this point, we become one.
All right, Rex and Craig.
Okay.
How long can you go living separately and be in a serious relationship? You explain to me how
you
serious
said it
works.
before. Yeah, you spoke about goals. Let's just say that living apart gives you the platform to then build a deposit. So when you do eventually get married, you can buy a house.
Then I might not know you as well as I need to know you before we get married. I can't work with that.
Yeah, but
Craig, you've been there. You've been there. I know you've been there.
I gotta play devil's advocate with it because you are going on ifs and buts. Like you can't have it one way. Like cool, us living separately is going to give us the platform to set up the rest of our lives. So
I
why
was-
can't-
listen,
why
listen,
can't-
let me-
why can't we do that?
I am rolling-
because by living separately or living with parents, we've now got
Okay.
more exposable
Okay,
disposable income
live with
to
parents.
deposit.
Deposits.
That's me gambling, and I'm not prepared to gamble. I'm not on the gambling stuff, bro. I'm not gambling with my life, my life choice. Like, I've got to be with you for the rest of my life. I can't gamble with that.
JW's made a good point. I don't agree. You can live apart and be serious. He said, what about long distance relationships?
What the
That's not
fuck? That's
serious.
not serious.
That's not
What?
serious.
Are you
That's
not
not
serious?
That's not serious.
Get out there, bro. What? So
I'm
you're
not being funny. You start chatting shit.
No.
And I'm gonna
No,
tell you why.
bro, get out there, man.
I'm gonna tell you why you're chatting
Nah,
shit.
you-
And
you
I'm
can't
gonna
tell me
tell
I'm
you-
chatting shit. No,
No, you are.
I'm not.
No, but you are.
Nah, I'm not.
bullshit, bro.
All right, so you're trying to tell me, yeah, there's no families. Remember, just come out of your own little bubble for a second, yeah. That people go and work and live abroad,
Right.
and then you go
For
go
separate,
back
for
and
certain
back.
parts and come
Come
back.
on, man.
We're talking about this
Listen,
come on, you
constant
can't-
love,
you
long
can't
distance. Don't work,
say
bro.
that.
Yeah, bro.
Or people going to
Bro,
army and
that-
all them
that-
things there.
that-
Better go along with it.
That's
That
a long
example-
time.
Let's go along with it.
that example you gave was so shit because exactly like D said,
They're coming back.
when you're apart, it's not a serious relationship. It's only a serious relationship when you return to that situation and you find that
When
situation
it's not- when they're
works.
apart.
Whoa.
I bet you want to separate yourself from that.
Cool, separate yourself.
When you're not apart, it's not serious.
When you're apart, it's not serious.
I retract it. You can retract it.
No,
So you can be in a serious relationship, have a situation that causes you to be apart. You're no longer in a serious relationship, and then what you're saying is it only comes. It's only a serious relationship when you come back
when you're
together.
physically in front of each other.
Okay, listen. I'm going to explain to you.
No. Are you?
If you, alright, for instance, say you're together for a long period of time, yeah?
7 years.
and you've built up a foundation, yeah.
Yes.
Cool, I understand that, yeah. That's fine. I'm not going to argue against
And
that.
sorry,
but if you
that
are
foundation
somebody-
can only be built living together.
Yes.
yes,
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So what I'm saying to you is, you have to go through that period of living. You can't just be like in a relationship
Okay,
and,
I'm with
be in
that.
a long distance
Right,
relationship
okay.
and never have built that foundation. It's not going to work.
I'm with that. Okay, I'm full. Oh, you fried me. I thought you were basically saying that you be in a relationship once and then they go off for somewhere.
No.
Darren's got his crave turn on.
Bro, I'm explaining myself.
turn on.
I'm
I thought you was having a
explaining myself
madness.
and man never agreed with me, innit? So it's cool.
Yeah, I'm not. Long distance relationship. Come on, you have to have a
So you're saying
foundation.
long distance relationships generally are just shit.
It depends on the
Alright,
circumstance.
cool. But in terms of the example I gave, you could accept that in terms of. Surely.
Wait, what was
I said like
remind
someone
me.
who. I said the example I gave. I said you could
Remind me of the example.
Yeah, like a like let's just say for a husband, for example, goes abroad.
So they've had their living
Yeah,
together.
and then they're gonna
That's
provide
different,
for their
that's
family
different.
and stuff
I'm
like that.
talking about your hair and your girlfriend's on the internet in Jamaica. That ain't on, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, but listen.
That ain't a relationship.
Why?
You are pen pals. Nah, bro, I'm not on that.
You're sounding like the Stone Age, man.
I still
Someone said
can't agree that you can't have a serious relationship.
How serious is it?
By not living with someone. But I do totally understand that it's very hard to
Know
cement
somebody.
that relationship and know someone
Exactly.
until you live with them. But
So how serious are you if you live by yourself?
No, man, you can't. I
everyone's
still think
not
you
the
man
same.
open your
Everyone's
mind.
not the same. Like I totally agree. I can't fully
Just
give
because it
myself
don't work for you,
until
it doesn't-
until
it
I
cannot
know
work.
What was my
until I
question?
know what it's like to live
How
with someone.
serious are you about someone when you want your selfish time constantly?
How do you mean? I don't.
If you're constantly living in your yard and she's living in hers, yeah?
Exactly.
Are we talking
How-
about the abroad thing, or you just?
No, I'm
talking
talking about
separate?
separately.
not living
How
together.
serious can you be about her if you constantly love your space?
Exactly.
It depends where you are in a relationship.
Huh?
It does.
And that's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm talking about.
Where are we in a relationship?
No, I'm talking about. No,
Well, you've
I
never
already
lived
I've-
together. You've
no,
never lived
let me
together.
say
That's the
something.
point.
That Craig, I've already said to you, if you're beginning a relationship and you're building towards it, that's fine.
Alright, cool.
But I'm talking about we have now 3 years down and you're still at this point.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's
hard.
being
That's a
BS.
hard
You're not
one.
in a relationship.
That's-
You're in some friendship business.
Your boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's it.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. And a big man
No,
shouldn't be saying that.
But that's my thing. That's what you are. Your boyfriend and girlfriend. You're not in a relationship.
That's not a serious relationship.
That-
That's what it comes down to.
He's my
that,
boyfriend.
listen, that I can
Was
get.
it that?
That I can get.
That.
I can't say nothing because he said 3 years down the line, and
Yeah.
so I have to take it on
And
board.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me read out some comments.
details.
Right. JW just said these guys Stone Age.
Nah, bro.
Get out of here.
Nah, JW.
Hold on.
Nah, JW.
Man,
Skype, FaceTime, video links.
Skype.
Wow. Right, come on.
So you can't even touch her, listen. You can't even touch her. Skype.
No, can he establish what he means though? Is he talking about what I just said? Like, so 3 years.
No, I think this comment came before that, to be
So
fair.
can he just establish if he was referring to what I'm saying? Like 3 years separate.
He also agreed that Darren definitely done the correct. Thank you. He said thank you, definitely messed up. Yeah. Right, Charlene said, I think
Please come back to us, Silver.
I think no one has a right to judge how folk want to live. And you know what, Charlie, I'm with you on that.
No, but I have an opinion. And that's my opinion.
No, but your opinion isn't just based on you. You're saying
like a
if you're
rule.
doing that
It's not that
in his opinion.
That is my opinion. If you are living separately and you never live together, you're not in a serious relationship. That's my opinion.
I just don't think I know enough about someone else's relationship and can look at it and say, okay, you two aren't living together, you two aren't in the same.
No, but
Okay, so since you're saying
I don't feel like I'm in a
so
position
since
to
you
say
said
that.
that,
No,
yeah.
that's
So
a
you meet
cop-out.
Jane and John.
Unlikely that I meet.
Listen, guys, we've
But
definitely gone off on a tangent.
I know, but let me
it's
So you meet Jane and John,
Yeah.
and Jane and John have been together for 7 years. At no point have they lived together. They live separately and see each other twice a week.
Right.
Are you not in a position to tell them that that ain't goddamn serious?
Okay. And maybe if you tell me the next detail is we've been together 7 years, I might say,
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie.
same
Yeah,
way.
obviously, the examples that you're giving, you're gonna raise some eyebrows. You're gonna think, what
Right,
the fuck
okay,
is
that's
this?
all I'm being clear on.
Yeah, definitely.
But the length of time is a big factor. I'm just saying that something's not a serious relationship.
I was clear.
I think, yeah.
But I was clear. You
still
can.
think
You
it's-
I just think that's a bit of a broad statement.
But he meant you got to
Okay,
build.
okay,
You got to build. You don't
okay.
just meet someone and be living with them, do you?
Okay, cool. So tell me, show me, give me an example in which case it can be a serious relationship.
That's not fair.
What do you mean? What's not fair?
But I got no answers.
But I have to know someone, innit?
No, I just have to give me
It's
an
a
example.
scenario.
What do you mean a scenario?
But
I don't get it.
no.
I don't actually get it.
I think Darren's.
I don't get what you're saying, but I'm saying that they can both feel that they're serious about
I
each
think
other.
Darren
That's
keeps
it.
missing the fundamental bit at the beginning. Darren, you are agreeing with me that at the beginning of it, you can't live with them, innit? So you've got to build up. So you've got to build up. So you're just saying after a period of time they've got to get together.
Listen. Nobody's not just going. Well, majority of people, in my opinion, aren't just going to say, all right, we're just going to live together after meeting the person. Of course, you have to allow for certain time frame to pass in order to move in with
Okay,
somebody.
see with me.
In general relationships, yeah. But once you are at a stage where you've done all the courting, the dating, the rah, and you feel like you're past that stage and you want to get to know this person better. You've seen them. You've done all of that. Yeah,
Time.
and you feel like the next progression is to move in with somebody, and you haven't done that, and you're saying you're in a serious relationship and you're going on for like another year and whatnot, not living with this person, and you're not seeing this person in close quarters and not understanding how they are, how they view things, like their true colours. How are you in a serious relationship?
Agreed.
Alright, so say if that person's going to pursue something overseas, yeah, you know what I'm saying, has something where they want to go to uni. You said something before, yeah, I can't let it drop. By the time that they're away, you're not in a serious relationship.
So I think he
But
brought
when
it
they-
back. He
no,
explained.
no,
He
no,
called it. He done a question.
No.
Incorrect.
No.
That's what I need to live. Maybe
I explained myself. I explained myself. Alright, do you know what?
that's the
Say
point.
say your
Yeah.
thing.
Alright, cool. Big up Charlene. Right. She said, where is it written? Did I say that already? That a man and woman state that they're in a relationship, they must live together to make it real.
I just don't. If you can explain to me how someone is taking you serious after 3-4 years and they don't live with you, how they're taking you serious, then I'm all ears. But if you are 3-4 years into a relationship and you are living separately, that means you're not spending too much time together. So how are you? You're more than likely to silence.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Listen, I'm gonna go. Alright, let me just a couple more.
I'm seeing it with my own eyes.
Alright, let's go back to finances, money, and relationships.
Right, JW said it's their model, but the world's moved on since then. We can all decide how we want to live in a relationship.
No.
And that's you can live in that.
I'm not
serious.
sure. Of course, that I
That
think
is 100% true.
For me,
Darren's just gonna say you're not
I-
serious.
No. For me, I think that's stating the obvious. Anybody can decide what they want to do. I'm not saying nobody can't decide what they want to do. But for me, in my opinion, and this is what I'm giving you, my opinion. This is what the grown-ups men do. We give our opinion. I do not see how you can be in a serious relationship, yeah, and not have lived with your partner.
I can't agree more. I'm sorry. I just don't understand.
Again, that's your idea of a relationship. I'm just reading that Charlene what she said. Which is listen, and that's fair enough. So obviously going back to the original point of what I was asking. What's the question that I asked? I swear that it's something about borrowing money, innit? Borrowing money in a relationship.
Oh yeah, borrowing money.
That was the original one.
Yeah.
Alright.
So kind of on that, yeah. So another issue I'd have is, I don't know how long I'd be able to go along with it. Is my missus not working? Yeah, we're living together. She ain't working, and managing the money that I'm making, I'm bringing in, and there's no children being raised. Like that's the kind of thing where managing my money probably wouldn't be something that I'd be.
That's interesting.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
It's a bit different.
But once again, it probably does come down to the fact it's not really about money. It's about like, where's your drive? Like, what are you doing, innit? Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but like Dwayne says, remember what Dwayne was saying earlier? He was saying about sometimes, let's just say for example, you're the one who's good at managing money. Yeah, let's again to put your scenario differently. You're the one who's good at managing money. You was down in your face, but Selena's now the one bringing all the money to you.
I'm still gonna manage that.
So you just would you be comfortable in that if you were Selena?
No.
I'm still managing that because at the end of the day, like I might be down on my face, but if you're not gonna manage that money for me, then we both will be on our face. Yeah. So it's best that I manage it so we are able to survive together.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
for me,
I
I think you raising that point, Riggs, is made me think, and I'm thinking to myself because obviously I'm just going by kind of like my personal situation.
Yeah, it's hard to take yourself out.
And obviously that includes the family unit, the kids, the children. Do you know what I mean? But if I'm just thinking solely about it's just us. For me, then I would then say it depends on what stage in the relationship we are at as to whether I could then allow her to manage the money that I am solely earning. If it's like kind of like I don't know 3-4 years down the line.
It's still hard because there's no family in it.
Yeah, I don't see if that's going to happen. But if I've been with her for long enough where I trust her explicitly, then yeah.
Because like I was saying, it becomes a point where it's not necessarily about money, because if there's no like young kids being raised or whatever, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm bringing in money.
Yeah.
I
have to start looking at it like what are you doing?
Yeah.
I can answer another question as well. Sorry to Riggs, and it kind of leads on. Is it ever justified for either partner to leave because of a money situation?
Not for me.
No.
Not for me.
It's
not based on.
I'm surprised everyone's saying no. Yeah. I just feel like I'm always going against the grain, and it's horrible, man. Of course it is.
No,
but
drive. But understand what it's
but
about.
not just money.
Remember you said love, sex, money. Love should be whatever money issues you have.
Wicked rates. Oh,
bro. Just release the album, like you're pissing off, bro.
Man said the EP's coming out soon.
Like whatever obstacles you've got, sex shouldn't be the reason why. You know what?
But you know what? I'll tell you what. No, quite possibly. I was going to keep talking. Yeah, because we go into respect. Let's just say respect was one of those things. Yeah, abuse of money is a lack of respect for your partner. So therefore, if there's a lack of respect, I think it's totally justified for someone to walk out.
But that's what we're saying. It's not just money. As respect.
Yeah, but the respect factor has only been demonstrated by their abuse of money.
Yeah.
They respect you in every other way. They just take the fucking piss out of you with money.
Yeah, but then
Still taking the piss out of you, bro.
But then if that's the case, yeah, then you need to just.
You're just sugarcoating a different way to label it something different.
No, I'm saying because you're saying if they respect you in every other aspect, yeah, but in regards to money, they're not. You're not seeing eye to eye. They're not respecting you. Then I don't think it's just a case of I'm bouncing. You've got to really and truly like think hard about whether you want to leave that relationship. In my opinion, if they're giving you everything else, you're respecting every other facet of this relationship.
It's a good point. I'll tell you what, it's a very, very good point, because there are certain things that you kind of give and take, and there's certain shit that you take within. Let's be real with it. We're gonna be grown up there. Let's be real. There's certain shit that you kind of take in a relationship, but respect
is one of the things that can't be over.
You know, understand what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Not to say you can't, because let's just say, for example, you're with someone for 20 years and they disrespected you twice or once.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
them sort of things. Yeah, you've got to.
when you can say in general someone don't respect you.
Yeah, right. That's different. I
That's
think
when there's a whole.
what is like I said, if it's just money, then no. But if it's gonna lead to other things like respect, then yeah. Because for me, before money, I would leave for some like you holding back sex or some shit. I'd rather leave than that for money.
That's shallow.
You understand?
That's
so
not
shallow.
shallow. That's not shallow.
But it's on your importance grid, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
not shallow.
I was
yeah,
more
that's
likely to leave for that.
That's
Not even that.
oh my god.
Do you know what? For me, yeah.
I wouldn't leave, but that's more. I would. That would
You
be
just
more.
step out there because you said it before in one episode. You just step out.
Yeah, man said just.
Yeah, but you're not gonna let off.
He said that, not me.
That's nuts. So can I ask another question? So, kind of going back to the scenario that I was in before. If you're kind of in a thing where I suppose it kind of counteracts itself. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna say it anyway. You can tell me if it's shit. But you know, like if you started off a relationship, you're always paying for stuff, and you know you take your missus out and everything. At what point is she supposed to drop her whole expectations of like, all right, cool, my man's taking me out tonight because everything's just in one pot now.
But that's your fault.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Those invitations will slow the hell down.
what? In terms of what taking her out and stuff.
If we're two separate entities, yeah, at the moment, yeah, we're just dating. Well, I'm not constantly doing everything. I said, you got to make some effort that you're prepared to.
Is that
even if I'm going to do it, you need to show me that you are willing to do it. If you're not, then
hold on? Is
no
that what you're saying?
It wasn't.
Or are you saying that you're now?
I'm saying that it wasn't actually that. I'm saying that you've gone through that stage where, all right, fair enough. Like I certainly think that if a man's dating or courting a girl, that he should be paying and doing everything. That I do believe in that. Yeah. So it's got to the point that you're in a relationship and now you're in that whole money in the one pot business. No. That her expectation of being taken out, should that just solely just drop fully?
That's got to settle. She got to settle herself. Do you know why? Because then
that's something that makes a woman feel
it's all in one pot though, so it doesn't make a difference.
You're aware
it's not
of
our money.
Exactly. Taking us out.
You're aware of the outgoings and incomings, so you're aware of whether that can actually happen. Because there's certain times as men, due to our pride, we're gonna say, all right, we're gonna pay for it, and really and truly we know it's gonna burn our pocket, but. As a man,
you know how many times I bought you man a drink and felt like that? Listen to you, man.
I've been there. You don't buy stuff now, it burns you.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be in a relationship and we'll go somewhere, and I'm thinking, really and truly, I prefer not to do this, but
yeah.
Bro, you are good. If I'm feeling like it, we ain't game.
Like, if I feel like no, but sometimes you have to understand what's more important, and if I feel like our relationship needs this, then I'm going to do that.
Okay, I like the way you. Hey, you're on fire on these.
Pulled it back. See, JW said, "Nah, man, I have to pay, innit?" Like,
what?
You know what? I think we
from?
got to touch on not today. We got to touch on a subject where, effectively, we pay for everything. Like to get women, we effectively just pay.
Right. Wait, this is my thing.
That's
definitely a topic. Right, cool. this is my thing. I'm not trying to say you sort of contradict you. You're not contradicting, but it's almost like, cool, we want to be labelled the provider and all of these things there, but in truth,
no, I said willing to show me.
You're not.
No, I'm happy to do it, but you need to be willing to show me, that you're.
Alright, but cool, she's got that card. She says,
Yeah, and I'm happy to do it.
when the receipt comes out, she's like,
That's fine.
no, I'm sorry.
That's
fine.
But it comes back down to your strengths and weaknesses in the relationship. If you are the money's coming from one pot, she knows what's in one pot, and if her strength is managing money, she's gonna be like, hold on, babe, like you're offering to pay for this, but we ain't got it, so why go on? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like you're
saying that in the middle of the restaurant.
You wouldn't have got it.
But I hear what you're saying. Before that, she should be saying, no,
exactly.
I understand, but we don't really.
But this is what I'm trying to say now, right? Whilst I can't argue against the fact of, in terms of the union, all money, I can't argue against that, because it's a unity thing. But does it not take some of the spontaneity out of the relationship? Like, can't you surprise them?
Because I still do that now. So one unit money, but I can still say on Friday, see what's going on. And it's still a surprise to her. She don't have to know nothing about it.
Listen, say if she's like,
having a joint account.
Hey, no, we're saving for this. I want to go out.
No. So listen, I think you're misunderstanding it. It's
not to say because I don't.
Yeah,
do it, so,
it's not to say every single penny, is shared. The bills and everything is covered. Savings is covered, and then whatever's left over, is left over. You have, I have, And if I decide I want to take her out with the money that I've got left over,
Then it should- yes.
then that's what happens.
Okay. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
And what you're saying about being like the provider and everything, like, and the question I asked before about, or saying about, I'd have a problem with me making the money and her not having a job and whatever. In an ideal world, I would like to be in a position where she don't need to work,
Exactly.
and I can say, yeah, I've got control of everything. We have that luxury money, like, and everything is just nice.
In an ideal world.
Like, I don't live in an idealistic world. We need to do this together.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you what, my only thing would be, like, even doing it the way I'm doing or the way you're doing, like, if we're in the trenches, then we are in the trenches.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? I don't think it's, and this is just going for the way in which I've always kind of operated in terms of separates and all of that. Please don't get it mistaken, like, right, you know what, this is Brock, but I'm going out, coming in with fresh, Air Ones and all them thing there. Yeah, sorry, I'm old in it, so I couldn't even say a TN or something. Jeez. Yeah, but I'm coming in with TNs and fresh things like, and she can't put petrol in the car. Like
that's faultless. Like that's you
No,
not
no, that's
considering.
reckless.
That's you not considering your partner.
That's reckless.
All right, let me just read out a couple more comments. We have to start wrapping this up as well.
Yeah.
Right. JW and Kelly are going at it. Right.
Okay.
He said obviously the man should be paying. I'm just gonna kind of review. Right. The man should really have to pay. She said, really? So a man should be paying constantly? He said, yes. She said, I don't agree. We both make money. Why should he be paying?
No, I respect that because she lives in a world where she wants equality and she is happy to get it across the board. Some women, want equality, but then would still expect a man to pay for everything. For me, that doesn't make no damn sense. It's one of the, one of the other.
100%.
I like Kelly.
He then said, if she wants to take me out, that's cool. She said it's 2017. Women work too. Treat your man now and then.
Yes.
And I think that's again that's part of the problem.
Yes.
A lot of our cultures and beliefs have come from a time when women didn't work.
Yes.
So it is all about a man providing because women didn't work. Things have changed now. So along with that, you have to make changes.
You know what this is like, yeah? I'll say it just came into my head. You know, like them old school like, I don't know, documentary or something that you use in school where I would say something and then someone comes in and says the whole meaning. Because every time I've read something, you've come and you've kind of just expanded and just explained everything that it means. Like I said, oh, it's 2017, women work too. And you're like, yeah, what that means is, you finish reading out the comments, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get through the comments so I can wrap the thing up. You know what I'm saying?
But for all of that, the person told me to shut up.
I'm trying to be polite.
I didn't see your ankle, but I quite like
Might give me a surprise, mate.
Cool. I'm going to try and read through the comments, yeah? So JW said, because I was doing the conversation thing and you were just summing up everything I was saying. Right, cool. He said, but as long as I'm saying let's roll, I'm paying, I'm old school.
Yeah, so what are you saying?
But he said, I personally feel a man should, in my world, all my team does, it's normal for me. All right, he just said, and you know what, that might be, is that a generational thing? Where, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I know it's
possibly, but all right, I want to ask JW, what happens when there comes a time where, like, the money's not running like that? And she's not even going to be, like, obviously, if you just can't take her out for a meal once, cool. But, like, you go for a sustained period, because there's some that happens to people. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not ambitious or don't have a drive, but you go for a sustained period where you don't have the money and you're on hard times. You can't take your missus out. Like you're kind of setting a rod for your own back because your missus is expecting you to take her out, and she's got used to that. And then when you can't do it, what happens then?
Well, hopefully, he said he didn't mind a woman taking him out, so she should really be stepping up to the plate. Right, a couple more comments and then we're going to get the final thoughts. Right, Natalie has said, at that time when you're in that position where she don't have to work, would you still want to manage the money, or are you okay with her managing it? We might have expanded a bit on since she obviously asked that question, because everyone kind of said they were okay. Yeah. Michelle said, we take turns on date nights and anniversaries. Yo, babes. That's right. Yeah. Natalie said, would any of you be okay with your woman making more money than you? We've actually done a whole thing on this. Yeah, we've done a whole stream on this. I can't remember what I said then, but what I will say now is I would like to think that I'm strong enough within myself, as long as I know that I'm doing good. This is the thing, and I'm shallow in that respect, because if I'm earning 10 grand, if I'm earning 10 grand a year and my missus earning 100 grand a year, I'm whoa. For one, I'm like, bro, I'm a lucky bastard for one, yeah, because she shouldn't even be looking at me with my 10 grand. So, but I couldn't handle that because that gap's too big.
For me,
You know
once
what I'm
I can look after myself and the family,
Yeah.
I'm cool. If I'm unable to do that, then I've got a problem and I'm gonna start feeling away because it means she's looking after us and I don't want it to be that way.
Yeah, for me, I just think I don't want no woman carrying me. If you're carrying me, I've got a problem.
But earning more is not a problem.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you're
So if you're earning 40
so
grand,
much,
she's earning 60 grand, you're cool.
I would imagine that that's not carrying me because obviously I then can contribute to
40 grand, you can look after everything when you're good.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm the same. As long as I can look after my family and I've got me.
What did Banks say about that thing?
No, Banks-
no, hold on.
He said,
100
and you know what?
unless you're making over
100
100 grand, then it doesn't matter. If you're making less than 100 grand, your missus cannot make less than you.
yeah.
That's
You cannot make more than you.
That resonate. Listen, let's just try and wrap it up. Natalie said, "My bad, new scrub." Listen, no apologies, man. Just watch the video, innit? Yeah. Let's start wrapping up. Darren, let me get your final thoughts, yeah?
Money in relationships. Me personally, I've come from a background where like I never saw my parents really like go at it about money. Do you know what I mean? Their thing was, and even like now they're not even together. Their thing has always been like, if I've got it, you've got it, and that's my thing. That's the mantle I take up now. If I've got it, you've got it, and as long as you're showing me the same thing, then it's cool. I think we should, as a partnership, you should always come together, set your goals, targets, ambitions, and reach for them, and put your money together. That doesn't mean say you can't have any individualism, yeah, because you can have some money for yourself, but just make sure everything in your household is covered first and foremost before you do that. Don't be going and buying J's and shit, and your missus is wearing flip-flops outside and can't go to a dance and look nice, because that's just
Dance.
that's just
The yard man one.
but yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, for me, I think obviously in relationships you just need to know your strengths. And where it comes to money, if you know you are unable to manage money to a sufficient stage, let your partner help you. They might not be great, but let them help you so you can build together and grow together. I don't see why you should be living as two separate entities when it comes to money and borrowing each other whilst you're in a relationship. For me, that it kind of breeds other problems if you feel that you need to borrow your partner £20.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's money, innit? Give the £20 and keep it pushing. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, go to.
Yeah, grown ass man thing. Like these have actually kind of got into my head about this whole debt thing, and maybe I'd be a bit more open to dealing with someone else's baggage debt coming into a relationship. I don't think it should be the breakdown of any relationship. I do believe that that's a footnote in a relationship. There's a lot more bigger, more things that should be prioritized in a relationship than money, and that shouldn't be what is the detriment of your relationship. I do believe that. What was I saying?
Happened to me, bro.
Yeah, right. No one's happened every now and again. Yeah, in regards to money in relationships, I think obviously early stages, separate, do your own thing. When you get into a union and you're serious, aka living together,
Thank you.
then you know what, my views are changing. I do think that you should kind of put shit together and work as a team. You need to obviously make sure you're both 100% on the same wavelength, and for that reason, early Saturday morning, babes, we're gonna open this joint bank account. Just take it all. Like, fuck it, it's mine anyway, innit? So we're just gonna do it. But in terms of people who want to have long distance relationships, don't listen to these man. Yeah, you guys love each other. Yeah. Have your little thing over Skype.
Kiss the screen.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, cool.
Don't mock them, man.
Don't mock them. You got all different things. You got virtual reality, all them things there. You can get involved there.
Virtual
reality. And then listen, when it comes to the time, get back together. Send us a message. Let us know how it went.
Listen, just 1 second. Sorry.
Alright,
Because this is an open platform, innit? And we can go on forever. If you think, ladies, like you can be in a long distance relationship. And man them, not ladies and man them. And the other person is there and they're cool and they're not doing anything. Please feel free.
Listen, believe in your relationship, man. Like, trust and love. Anyway, guys, we're wrapping up.
No. Sorry.
I said no.
I just wanted to say, like,
I got bear cutters today, bro.
no. But I wanted to say, and the worst thing is, it's like already been said as well. Shut up, man. Just the whole thing about teamwork and in a relationship, people understanding their roles. Like, I do think in a relationship, it's not a thing about a man doing something and a woman doing something and necessarily one person doing it. Like, money management can be done in a team. Like, don't say that it's just his problem or it's just her problem. Like, and I did say it might have already been said. I need you to whisper it, innit? Shut up, I'm talking.
I just wanted to repeat things.
Yeah, I just wanted my opinion.
Carry on.
I just wanted my opinion. Anyway, yeah, back to
Anyway, yeah, listen, money is not everything in a relationship, yeah. If you can't bring the money, bring other stuff, like compensate in other areas and other ways, whatever. I'm not just talking sex, by the way. Cook a meal for your man, you know what I'm saying? If he's providing, then make sure there's something on the table. Like, that's support to me. Anyway, but guys, everyone who's watching, if you can give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it out, like let people know what I'll go on with the thing there, and yeah, we'll check you back in 2 weeks. We'll be releasing what's going to come out next, and I'll let these guys speak because I just get caught on the race.
But she ain't working and she can't cook. No, man.
No, you gotta be able to though. If you can't cook, seriously, look at yourself.
Alright guys, I'm not sure if you should have noticed now, we've gone to fortnightly. For the next show, we want a number of topics from you guys. So I want you guys to think about what topics you want us to discuss, what topics are pertinent to you, what topics are affecting your life, so that we can go through them and decide what topics we're going to discuss in the next show. But yeah, we need topics from you. We've got a range of topics, but we want to know exactly what is affecting you.
What do you want to hear about?
Yeah, you can email us. You can message us on Facebook, Instagram.
You got the phone number.
Snapchat.
You can text us.
We're on all platforms. Yeah, get us.
Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. God bless.
Peace.
Yeah,